Ahoy, hoy, everyone. Welcome to another episode of The O Show. I'm O. I'm here for your amusement, and this is another segment of The O Files. Okay, so I know I've been saying this whole year, like I was going to tell you why I've not been posting as many movie reviews as I usually do. There kind of is a reason. This isn't 100% the reason, but this is a big chunk of it. But, um, yeah, so I wrote a book, right? Now, I didn't write the book this year. This is a book from 2008, right? So, like, when I was a kid, I used to just write stories and just all these stupid stories, right? And, I would go to church and, you have to hear stories about Noah and the ark and someone walking on water and all this other stuff. And I was like, well, you know what? If adults believe this, I'm going to write my own stories. And so I used to just write stupid stories, right? And I had an aunt who used to like read my stories, and she'd be like, "Oh my god, you're such a good writer. You should be a writer one day," and whatever, right? So I thought about it, and I was like, I have this stupid imagination. Maybe that's just what I'll do. And so I actually started writing a book. It kind of started in no, it was the fifth grade. It had to be like the sixth grade, right? And it's a book about reality and mythology. And still to this day, I have yet to just finish that book. It's like there was one part written and I stopped and then I started playing video games and drinking beer. I just got distracted. And it was crazy, you guys, is that I don't sit down and read books. I've never got bored to the point where I said, I'm going to sit down and read a good book. I'm just going to I'd rather watch TV and watch movies, right? So, real quick, like, I tell this to my friends like all the time. Like, I was writing this book, and then I had stuff in it, and I'm like, I've never seen this in a movie. I've never seen this in a movie. And then Harry Potter rolled around. Never knew who the hell Harry Potter was until these movies, right? And I'm watching the movies, and I'm like, oh no, wait a minute. That thing that just happened is something I wrote in this book. So I can't have that because people are going to think like, oh, you copied this from Harry Potter. So I had to go back and I took things out. I made notes. I was like, okay, you got to take this part out and maybe switch it with this and make it different and all this other stuff, right? And so you would think that would light a fire under me to just finish the book, but nope, I never did. So, it was just an on-off thing. So fast forward to like 2006, I'm working. And I was like, you know what? I'm in my 20s. Like, I need to be famous. I need to be rich and famous. So I was like, let me get back to this story thing. So I thought about another story. And it was something I was kind of a little more familiar with, kind of, in a way, kind of. But the thing about this book was, like, I lived this life. Some people know things I have been through. A lot of people don't, So I used it as like therapy in a way, right? Stuff happened to me, and sometimes I really do want to tell people about things that happened to me, and I don't. And, you got to like tell the right people about certain things. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to write it in this book. Now, how do I do that? And so I created a story around it, and I'm thinking, okay, you know what? I'm just put all these experiences that I had in this book and disguise it, right, as fiction. And that's what I did. So, you guys, I wrote a book. It took me it was 2 years. So this was published officially in 2008. It is under Outskirts Press. It was like a self-publisher website that I had found. And I looked through a lot, and I decided to go with this company. So my book is called The Solo Duet of Felix Tovar. Ooh, it's the solo duet of Felix Tovar. Right? And it's about 411 pages. It is like big print a little bit. I'll try to disguise it as a big book. But you know what? I got to the point I was like, you know what? I've been writing all these stories. Like, now mind you, I didn't have just the 2 stories. I've had like 10 ideas, but one just kind of stuck out more, and I pushed the mythology one to the side. And I just wanted something in my hands to hold and say, this is mine. Like, I actually put something out. Like, I released something, right? Um, so yeah, that's what I did. So I wrote the book. Like I would go to work. I worked at a call center. This is before I got into like management, and so I'll be at my desk, and during the downtimes, I would just pull up my Microsoft Word, and I would just be typing away through work. So I was able to work through it during the day and at night. And now here's the problem, though. You know, when you're in your 20s, I got a roommate, I got a job, I was in debt. Like I went through a whole bankruptcy at one point, but I didn't have a lot of money. So yes, I did the self-publishing, but I had to pick like the lowest package that they were offering just so that I could at least just get something out and what have you, right? Now the problem was there are a lot of errors in this book. There's like grammar errors. That's actually pretty it's grammar and whatever, right? And when I submitted it to the company, the agent I was working with, she was like, "Do you want to pay for the editing process?" And I forgot how much it was. I was like, "No, can't afford it." Because she was like, "I do gotta recommend someone like fix the errors like in your book." So I thought I was doing it myself. Like I would go back to Microsoft Word, I would hit the grammar, spell check and whatever, and I'm trying to like fix everything myself. I read the book like, I don't know, 2-3 times. And as a matter of fact, I think I do. Oh my God, it's dusty. So, this is a bookcase. All my books are on the bottom shelf. Any books I own. When I say books, I mean like yearbooks and stupid stuff like that. But look, you guys, like I had the book written out and like I was doing my own little corrections. Like there's words that in the red, and I'm like, okay, let me cross this out and whatever, right? I had everything kind of. So I was trying to self-check the book, and I was finding things. I was like, ooh, let me change that. Ooh, what was I thinking here, right? I thought I caught it all, but obviously I didn't. Like I think like fridge, I spelled fridge wrong. I think it's, I think fridge. What is it? FRIDGE. I think I started writing it as like FRIG or something, and I must have had a beer that night or something because you know how like when spell check says like this word is wrong, do you want to correct it all? I was like, ignore all because it's right. It's just shit like that. So anyway, I was just like, do it. I just want something in my hands. Just I'll fix it later, right? Because there is a process you want to go back and make edits later on down the line. I was like, that's what I'll do, and I just never did. So, with the package I got, they were not necessarily promoting it through bookstores. So at the time, I think Barnes and Nobles is still around. So I think Borders is the one that closed or went out of business, right? So they weren't like pushing this so that you couldn't walk into a Barnes and Noble and just see my book on the shelf. Now they will push it to their websites, but they weren't pushing it to like store shelves, right? So I either had to do that myself or just word of mouth, and I picked the word of mouth road. So I was just telling my friends and family like, hey, I wrote a book, go buy it, support your boy, right? So that's what I did. So at the time, like I went to my office and my coworkers, and I had a good number of people actually buy the book, and people read the book, and at the time I was like, look, I'm open to any questions. Like I told them, like a lot of this stuff is stuff that happened to me. There's like, there may be some sexual abuse in there. Yeah, I wasn't really a drug person. What else? Funny stories. There are some funny things that happened to me, and I was like, only my friends know about it. So how about I just let the world know? I made it happen to a character in the book. So I was just like, if there's something you want to know about, just ask me. I will let you know, right? Now, don't do it today because I don't remember what the hell I wrote in this book, to tell you the truth. I haven't read it since. So I don't know what I wrote. I don't know what I said. But at the time, yes, it was fresh in my mind. I was like, oh yeah, no, that happened to me. Oh yeah, unfortunately, that was me. Oh wait, no, that wasn't me. I made that up, right? And so, it's funny. I'm just gonna say it. I don't care. So I get that Christmas, I think I wrapped a book up for all of my like immediate family members, and I was like, here's your birthday, here's your Christmas present from me. It's a copy of my book, free of charge, right? I don't think anyone in my family actually read my book. No one ever came to me and was like, is that you? Did this happen to you? Oh, that was a good book. oh, here's my feedback. Except one. He's not with us anymore. But I don't know if he actually read the whole book. I think he read most of it and stopped and started giving me like critiques. But I don't think anyone in my family actually read my book. And I'm gonna tell you this too. Recently, a family member, I'm not gonna mention any names, asked me to give someone a copy of my book so they can read it. And I was like, why don't you just give that person your copy so they can read it? Like, that doesn't make any sense. And that person was like, I don't know where your copy of the book is. Or, they didn't know where their copy of the book was. And I was like, well, why wouldn't you know where your copy of my book is? You would think it would be displayed so that when people come over, they will see it and be like, what's that? And that person would be like, oh, my family member wrote a book. You should go out and support it, right? And this family member told me it's somewhere in the basement. Now, I know for a fact, because I actually participated in this, that this basement got cleaned out and straightened up and reorganized. And you mean to tell me not one time that person was like, since I'm in the basement, I should find the copy of the book. I don't think they have this book anymore. I think they're lying to me. That doesn't make any sense. Family. So look, what else, you guys? So, one big thing that the feedback I was getting from my coworkers who read the book and my friends who wrote the book was just that I needed more like character development. And I get it, because I have... Okay, so look, I didn't even say what the book is about. So the book is about this kid, okay? He kind of comes from like an abusive relation... he has abusive home life, right? Very disorganized and whatever. And so he gets an opportunity one day to join a band that's being formed, right? So the book is kind of written where like there's a guy, he goes to a bar and he tells people like, oh yeah, I used to be in this band and let me tell you the story. And so I'm like flashing back, like this is what happened when I was in this band. So he joins a group with like 4 other people and they're called the Shy Clefs, right? See what I did there? It's clever. And because they're in Chicago and like Treble Clef and so it's the story of like the drama that happens with a band before they're even famous. Like before they get huge and popular or what have you, like, all the behind the scenes drama that can happen when you put like 5 strangers together. Right. And I also thought I was a songwriter. So I actually, in addition to writing stories, I used to like write songs. Right. And so I took 20 of my songs and put them in the book. So there's like lyrics in here. I'll tell you like verses and where the chorus is. It looks like a damn like musical like thing. So I don't remember how any of the songs go. I knew I should have recorded myself singing these songs just as a reference later on through the years, but I never did. So to this day, I have no idea the melodies of any of these songs. Anyways, that's what the story's about. So yeah, I didn't do a lot of like character development, which makes a lot of sense. I totally get that. So, especially with me over here critiquing movies, saying like, well, I don't like that character. I don't know their backstory. Well, I didn't do that in 2008. Right? So, look, you guys, I even got like my first paycheck from the books. I don't know if you can see it with this light. I'll take a picture of it. But like, they sent me my first check. Now they paid quarterly, I want to say, or was it I don't remember the pay cycle, but the first time it started getting sold was like the very end of this quarter. So it was like, I don't know, a couple days before the checks were being cut. So this check was only $34. But what I did was I wrote them. I needed a stop payment reissue, right? Because I wanted to frame my first check that came in the mail. So that's what I did. So they sent me a new check. I cashed that one and I framed this one, right? And then I got like, I don't know, like 10 checks after that. Because it slowed down. Again, it was just me telling people, like, you should go buy my book. And then people did. And then once all those people did, I had no one else to tell, really. And I didn't advertise it because you're probably thinking, like, well, you know, you got a YouTube show. Like, why didn't you mention this before? Like, people could have bought it. Because, again, there's so many errors in it. And, you know, after a while, I was like, I don't know if I should tell people about this book. And here I am, like, critiquing movies. And then my book is crap. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's just been on the shelf. I've through the years kept saying I'm gonna rewrite it, and then again I just kept playing video games and drinking beer and watching movies. And I just never did. Right? So this, I know you can't probably see this either with the light, but one day I was kind of playing around the internet and I was like, I wonder, because again, this wasn't on bookshelves, but you could order it online. You can right now go like to Walmart.com, it's there. You can go to Amazon, it's there. You can go to, I don't think Barnes & Noble has it on their website. So this might have been Borders. But this was, someone actually bought the book, who I don't know who this person is. And they wrote a review of it, right? Now, if you go to Amazon, technically there is a review there that may or may not be from me. Go check it out. But yeah, someone wrote this, and then it says it was 2,341 days ago. So apparently I didn't find this review until like 6 years later. But this person wrote, soap storyline. This book has many twists and turns and reminded me of a soap opera. You will venture into worlds you wouldn't expect based on the title, such as family issues, sex, drugs, money, music, and life realization. If you can handle all of the above, then you will be interested in this book. And it gave me 3 out of 5. And so I was so excited, you guys. Like, I printed it out, I framed it, and it's been hanging on my wall ever since. So someone out there appreciated my book. That's funny. Now, I'm telling you all this now because again, this year I'm in my 40s now. This is nearly 20 years. I ain't mean for the 20 years to fucking go by. So I'm in my 40s, and once again, I'm at that point where I'm like, I don't have nothing to show for my life. Like, I wrote a book, but I can't be like, I'm not living out the book or anything. But I figured, you know what? Let me go and get back into this whole writing thing and just do something with my life, because what's happening with my life right now? I seem to be going backwards in everything. So that's what I've been doing. So with my crazy work schedule and seeing movies and doing reviews or what have you, I was like, okay, let me kind of put the reviews on hold for a little bit, and then I'm going to work on this book. So I've been going back, retooling my outline of stuff. I mean, a lot of shit has happened in the past 20 years since releasing this, so I'm adding some more things that happened to me in the book. Again, the character development to kind of give you more depth with these characters, and I will get an editor next time, so all the mistakes will be out. I'm gonna do it right. I'm thinking of also like maybe changing my name. My author name on here is D. Carey, because I didn't want to use Orpheus, because originally, again, I was writing the mythology book. I thought once I released this, I would go back to the mythology book, and I never did. But, you know, Orpheus, the mythology character, is actually in that book. He's like this big, huge pop star because he's the god of music. So I didn't want people to see that my name was Orpheus, and then there's a character named Orpheus, and they're like, oh, you put yourself in the book? Like, no, there's actually a character named Orpheus in Greek mythology. So I came up with a name, right? So I do have my author name. Looks like a little picture of me on the back. Oh, guys. So, yes, I have been kind of just playing around with this book, at least getting the outline redone. So that way, when I have time to sit down and start writing, I can write and pay attention. So now I guess that's going to be the next problem is me finding time to like sit down and write this. So I figure, you know, let me do these videos, let me get some stuff out for you guys, and then in the meantime, you know, I'll be hiding at my computer trying to write some stuff. If you care to buy it, you could, but just be careful, because as of 2 months ago, I have discontinued this book. I have reached out to the publisher. I mean, I still have my account, but because every year I have to pay like a storage fee, so they keep the book active. So when people order it, they can print it out and send it out. So I actually cut that. So I got my last check of like, what the hell was that check for? I don't remember. Oh, because you have to get to a certain amount when they send you checks. Once you hit like a certain amount, they will send a check out to you. So I think I was under that amount from whoever the last people were who bought the book. And so since I never went over the amount for them to cut the check, I guess I had this money just kind of sitting there like a residual. So all of a sudden I got this check in the mail, like a cash out, like, okay, well, this is what was last in your account before it went over the amount that they will pay you, because they like to send you like a certain amount as a check. So with all that said, the book is technically dead. Now, again, you can go online. I don't know how that works. I don't know if Amazon has a couple copies there or if they actually order it from the publisher. So if someone has it, you may get it, but if they have to get it from the publisher, then yeah, your order will not be fulfilled. So that is my goal, you guys. So I just thought I would share that story with you. That's kind of what I'm doing. I'm juggling a lot right now with my time. I just feel like I just have no time for anything anymore. I'm so behind on I'm behind with life. Okay. So, that's what's happening. So with all that said, I will be returning with more videos from you or for you. And, yeah, I am going to do something with this book because it's just been sitting on my shelf. I walk by it every day and I haven't been doing anything with it. So I need to get back into the groove. All right. So that is my story. I'm sticking with it. So thank you for listening. I have no idea how long this video is. So I'm just going to stop it right here. Please like this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I will see you all in the next episode. So until then, TTFN.